I love it that you recognize it. Fearlessness. It's a journey. It's an attitude. That doesn't mean you don't feel the fear. You feel the fear, but you do whatever you need to do anyway. It's a decision you have to make over and over again. That I feel fear, my stomach is churning, but I'm gonna burst through this terror barrier anyway and do what I need to do. Do you know, starting this Raising Remarkable Teenagers for me was like, if you ask any woman who has given birth, it's the baby is here. The baby needs to be born. The baby must come out. No matter the resistance, if you decide that the baby will not come out, you either die and the baby die, or both of you die. For me, I was in that situation. The good thing is, I let go. The baby came out. The baby lived, and I lived. When you see so many parents not knowing how to model, mentor, and motivate and influence their young people, made me take this leap. See, I had worked with young people for years and years, and I had this ability to motivate them, mentor them. So I started thinking, what if every parent knew these skills? Because these are skills that anyone can learn. And that for me is what shot me out into now working with parents. So I want the parents to know, what can they do to be models, motivators, mentors in their young people's lives? Because when they adopt these 3 M's, this I know as a psychologist, these 3 M's, model, mentor, and motivator, these are influence on steroids. I have learned that I am a very resilient person, and thanks to my upbringing, I grew up in a very impoverished situation, and I learned to go within and draw from the strength within. But that doesn't mean I don't feel fear. That doesn't mean I don't drop down sometimes. The good thing is I am able to be kicked and knocked, but then rise again. When I look back, could I have prepared more? I don't know. I think I would have got a mentor for business before I started. I do, however, have found a mentor afterwards. I could have found a mentor to hold me, to come with me before I jumped in. But it's all good because the mentor I have now is really supporting me. When you are doing what you love, when you are doing what is your heart's desire, when you are bringing up your baby, you get up, you make sacrifices. It doesn't feel like work because there is life flowing through you. And that's what living a fearless life does, because you are doing what you like to do. So you get up energized, even when you feel like things are so hard, because they do get hard sometimes. But there is inner knowing for me that this movement, this Raising Remarkable Teenagers, was given to me by life. Therefore, life will give me the resources that are needed to keep it going. We empower parents to have optimum well-being so that they can raise highly effective teenagers. We've got programs like how to bond with your young person so that they actually want to listen to you. Unshakable self-confidence, becoming a transformational parent. That's what we do in essence. We have so much fun. It's a self-discovery as a parent so that they can become credible leaders who can influence their young people. One of the most basic practical tips I give about parenting teenagers is, every parent, put yourself here in the position of the sun. What is the sun? What does it do? I'll tell you. The sun shines and shows up. The sun shines and shows up. It knows its power. Whether people come out and enjoy the life-giving benefits of the sun, that's really up to them. So what I say to parents is that work on yourself. Show up. Shine. Show up and shine. The truth is, when you show up and shine for your teenager, they will catch up. Why? Because every living being gravitates to the direction of the sun. You are a life-giving force. The sun doesn't go and force anyone to do anything. It just shows up and shines in its brilliance. Instead of focusing on the behavior of the young person, focus on becoming a transformational parent, a leader, becoming an influencer. The most difficult part of this journey is a prejudice or a stigma for parenting courses, because traditionally it's been like bad parents go for parenting classes. But let me say something. From my experience, from research, what we are seeing now is that none of us is invincible because the world is converging. What your teenager is exposed to is the same thing that my teenager is exposed to. I have seen kids from all sorts of backgrounds, all sorts of families get exploited sexually, get exploited in crime, get exploited in drugs, and even have mental health problems. So none of us is invincible. So that has been quite difficult. Parents coming forward ask for support, but the good thing is we provide a safe and supportive environment, and it's fun. All great leaders have amazing mentors. You as a parent are a leader. Therefore, you will be a better parent if you have a great mentor as well. For me, the most rewarding part of this journey is when parents come in and then they have those aha moments. I didn't realize that the shame and the guilt and the anger that I was having was actually pushing away my kid. We are electromagnetic beings and we attract that which is in harmony with us. So when they realize that, they're like, oh my goodness, I didn't realize that not looking after myself was pushing away my kids. I have to be in the right state of mind for me to be an influencer. When I see those aha moments, I'm like, yes. Another thing is, when they tell me how their teenagers are responding, oh my goodness, how can you quantify that? Just how can you quantify that? You know, you can't put a price on it. Now, when things get tough, as sometimes they do, what motivates me is, like I said before, is that this project was given to me by life. And life will provide everything required for the growth of this project. When I think like that, I'm like, woo, I am sorted, girl. I am in good hands. I think that my journey to starting this Raising Remarkable Teenagers started way before. When I was walking miles and miles and miles and miles to school on an empty belly, I was developing that relentless resilience that would be needed years and years later. Every experience that I have been through in my life, every scar, and I've got loads, every kick, every knock has contributed towards this moment. What I can encourage everyone is capable of living a fearless life. And this is how you can do it. Make a decision, because what's the point of having all these dreams and then on your dying day, you are buried with them? I want everything that I have to be left in this world to bless everyone in this world. If this madam from that poor, impoverished village in Kenya can do it, any person can do this. You just have to make that decision that I'm gonna do this, and watch how everything conspires to help you to bring that dream to life. Living a fearless life is scary, but at the same time, it's sweet. I'm happy to do the sweet and sour. So let's do this.